Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more afterward from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
Former President Rodrigo Duterte brands as erroneous the 20-day freeze order issued by the appellate court on the assets of fugitive pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Duterte is the administrator of the properties of Quiboloy's Kingdom of Jesus Christ.
Sabihin ko sa iyo, without criticizing mali yan. It does not involve public funds.
Correct.
There is no allegation of misuse.
Duterte also slams the heightened police presence in the KOJC compound in Davao City. He insists there is no need for dozens of police officers to go after a single person.
Isa na ang kalaban nila, pastor pa.
Ang dami nila.
Naka-involved. Hindi ko lang kasi malapit ako sa pulis eh. Wala namang private army yan si pastor. Utusan mo lang 3 NBI dyan o 3 pulis. Hulihin mo o sabihin mo doon na that's an overkill. Alam mo kung what the name of the game? Pa-impress.
Quiboloy is wanted in the Philippines for alleged child and sexual abuse and human trafficking. He is also on the FBI's most wanted list. But the PNP is also being criticized for its failure to arrest Quiboloy. Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel lashed out at the PNP during the House Committee on Appropriations deliberations on the proposed 2025 budget of the DILG and attached agencies.
Kapag mga big personalities talaga, parang hirap-hirap na arestuhin ng PNP. Pero kapag ordinaryong tao, andali lang na hulihin.
But Interior Secretary Ben-Hur Abalos denies this, saying he and PNP officials are even facing a complaint over the raid on the pastor's properties last June when they tried to serve the arrest warrant.
Hindi ho kami ganon. As far as Quiboloy is concerned and the others, ginagawa namin. In fact, dinimanda po kami on record. And we are going to answer these accusations against us.
PNP Chief General Romel Marbil assured lawmakers their operations against Quiboloy will continue.
With regard to Quiboloy, tuloy-tuloy po rin po yung surveillance namin doon sa area po. In yung location po ng 5 tao na hindi po pa nahuhuli. Kasama po ni fugitive Apollo Quiboloy.
Various groups denounced the statement of the National Economic and Development Authority on the 64 pesos per person per day food budget. NEDA Secretary Arsenio Balisacan said a person with higher budget than 64 pesos is no longer considered food poor. Amihan, a group of peasant workers, argued that with inflation still elevated, NEDA's food budget is too low, translating to just 320 pesos a day for a family of 5.
As of 2023, the monthly food threshold for a family of 5 is 9,581 pesos. Comes out to about 64 pesos per person.
Nakapagtataka, sabi nga natin saan lupalop nila nakuha yung datos. Sa isang pamilya na may 5 membro ay kailangan talaga niya ng 570 to 580 pesos per day para makakain ng 3 beses isang araw.
Estavillo adds, 64 pesos equates to just 21 pesos per meal per person, which is not enough to have a decent and nutritious meal. The National Nutrition Council agrees.
Yung 64 pesos na yun ay napakaliit, wala talaga sa hugot, hindi lapat sa lupa yung datos na yun kasi simpleng yung bigas na 60 pesos per kilo.
Sabihin natin 64 pesos lang. Energy sufficient diet lang po yung makukuha natin doon. Wala masyadong sustansya.
The Philippine Statistics Authority admits the amount may be insufficient to some, but asserts its data is correct.
This methodology has been consistent since 2003. Ang idea dito ay para makita natin ano ba yung progress that we're making as a nation in terms of reducing the number of families and individuals from that threshold.
According to the PSA, the threshold sample menu includes scrambled egg, coffee, and rice for breakfast, mongo beans with malunggay, dried fish, banana, and rice for lunch, and fish or pork, vegetables, and rice for dinner. MAPA says the poverty threshold on average has a budget for food and non-food of 13,873 pesos per month for a family of 5. Above that amount is not considered poor. The number of poor families or those below the poverty threshold also dropped to 17.54 million in 2023 from 19.90 million in 2021. The number of food poor in 2023 also went down to 4.84 million from 6.49 million in 2021.
Mas tumaas ang kita, mas mabilis ang pagtaas ng kita doon sa mga pamilya na nasa bottom decile.
Both the PSA and NEDA plan to review the poverty threshold for next year to reflect the real situation on the ground.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas announced a 25 basis point cut in the country's target reverse repurchase rate during its monetary policy meeting on Thursday. This marks the first adjustment since the off-cycle hike in October 2023 and the first rate cut since November 2020. BSP Governor Eli Remolona Jr. explained balance of risks to the inflation outlook continue to lean towards the downside, despite headline inflation breaching the government's upper end of the target at 4.4% in July. Downside risks were linked to lower import tariffs on rice, while upside risks include higher electricity rates and external factors.
If you remove the base effects, you get down to 4.1, so it still breaches the target range. But 4.1 and 4.4, including the base effects, were entirely expected by our calculations. It wasn't a surprise. And in the same manner, we expect inflation rate to be well within the target range for the August number and September number. So we think we are still justified in reducing the target rate, the policy rate.
With the economy growing by 6.3% in the second quarter of 2024, the Monetary Board sees domestic demand to remain firm. Remolona added that the slowdown in private consumption during the second quarter was among the factors considered in their decision.
That's the reason for the easing. We're somewhat more confident in the inflation numbers coming down than in the GDP numbers going up. The main factor behind the 6.3% GDP number in Q2 was construction was the strongest, and then public spending was also strong. Consumption was relatively weak. So it doesn't look like something that could easily be sustained, and so that we went for a cut.
Remolona adds there are currently no potential risks in the near term that could derail monetary policy easing, aside from geopolitical tensions stemming from the Middle East or South China Sea. He also hinted of another rate cut in October or December. The central bank also tweaked its risk-adjusted inflation forecast for 2024 to 3.3%, up from the previous 3.1% in June, and 2.9% from 3.1% for 2025. Risk-adjusted inflation forecast for 2026 was at 3.3%. Remolona added that reducing the reserve requirement ratio for banks is up for a review.
I think we should reduce the reserve requirement quite substantially. Right now it's at a ridiculous level. It's 9.5%. It needs to go down substantially. But we haven't made any decision of when to do it. We will do it.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right, for about $50 a month, you'll get lightning fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back, but you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now.
Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. Again, 800-555-1212. Don't wait. Call us right now.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is the perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Welcome to Veronica's segment of this show. Today, I have a very interesting personality, a popular community figure, and well, he needs no more further introduction. He's a good friend of mine, and his name is Direct Jerry Rebello. And I invited Jerry today in the show because of a very exciting personality that he invited around Chicago from the Philippines. Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Good, good, Tita B. Thank you for inviting me. I miss you and I love you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Jerry, you have a very exciting personality coming to Chicago, whom you invited direct from the Philippines and coming
Yes.
To Chicago on August 23, 24, and 25.
Correct.
His name is Father Jerry
Orbus. One of the best.
Who's Father Orbus?
Famous. He is like a superstar from the Philippines as a priest. Kaya honor natin mga Pilipino at honor ko na na-invite ko siya pumunta dito to do a mass and at the same time a healing mass. So don't forget mga televiewers, on August 23rd, Friday, it will be at St. Isaac at Niles. Saturday, August 24th at St. Stephen at Des Plaines, Illinois. And then on the 25th, August 25th, Sunday, it will be on St. Ferdinand in Chicago.
All right. Okay. So, Jerry, Father Jerry Orbus. Oh, that's it. Okay, Father Jerry Orbus is known as the healing priest from the Philippines.
Correct.
And being a healing priest is really well known, very popular for healing people. Attend this mass, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, how did you go about in inviting a personality like Father Orbus?
Or Tita B, when I was last January, I was in the Philippines to do a show at Lipa City, Batangas, and then it so happened one of my best friend, Adrian Panganiban, introduced me to Father Jerry Orbus. So I'm so excited because I heard a lot of good things about him. He is like a superstar as a priest from the Philippines. So when he asked me if I can bring him here, I said, yes. I don't think anything negative or bad or what. It is my honor when he asked me to bring it here in Chicago. So I said, yes, 100%. And then after that, Tita B, I prepare all the paperwork, etc., and I didn't know that there's a lot of jealous or problems when it comes to churches or whatever, to the Filipino community. But I know I can do it because I don't have any negative thinking about the what's going on, or when it comes to money matters, So now I think I'll do everything right.
This
I'm
is something different from the other shows that you've been doing here in Chicago. And
Tita, be honest with
it's a
you, most of the people, they know that I'm the one who's bringing all the top celebrity, top singers, performer here in Chicago. But it so happened this one is a different. This is all about the church, the religious Catholic people, and I don't, no comparison, because uh concert is a concert. This one is, it's all about the Catholic Church.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
did you find it hard to be dealing with a Catholic religious group and having a presentation like this one?
Actually, Tita B, to be honest with you, uh, I don't think it's a hard or problems. I know I can manage it. I know I can deal with people, if especially a lot of people, they're asking me a lot of nosy question, but I know I can manage it because I was thinking positive, and I was thinking the only one upstairs. This is not a business. This is like for all the Catholic people here in Chicago.
So, do you look at this as more of a more of a benevolent gesture for the community instead of some kind of fundraising event or
Yes, I'm not thinking anything fundraising or whatever to do some money to make it, as a profit. No, this event is not a money whatever.
okay,
This is not a profit event, Tita B.
not for profit, not
Yes.
for profit. Okay,
Ah,
all right. And so for those three days that they're going to be here, Dr. Jerry Orbus and his entourage, um, you guys are really going to be very, very busy.
mm-hmm.
And well, it sounds very exciting, something different. And I really look forward to meeting Father Jerry Orbus.
Yes, yes,
You
Tita B.
arrange a Cprtv interview with him once he's here?
I'll try my best to do it, once he got here, I'll try to call you right away.
Okay, all right, very good. Okay, one before we sign off, one last word for our viewing audience, Jerry. You want to emphasize something for this show? I mean, for this presentation, community presentation.
Okay, I'm inviting everybody. Don't forget on August 23rd at St. Isaac Church at Niles, and then on August 24th, Saturday, at St. Stephen Church, somewhere in Des Plaines, Illinois. And then the last day, Saint Ferdinand at August 25th, Sunday. So see you there. All the Filipinos, knows Father Jerry Orbus. I guarantee you that he's a very nice person, a very nice priest, and you know, and again, this is not a profit event. This is for the church, a Catholic church, and I want to see you all, the people, especially the old people, the one who got disability, or because I love to help, and I love to
So
Tita B.
invite people with disability and other people to be present there. Do you have are you expecting a large group of people who are attending who are disabled and sick, and do you have some calls from them?
Yes, I got a lot of calls, so that's why I'm trying my best just to help. And, as I told you, it is our honor to bring Father Jerry Orbos here in Chicago.
Great. Chicago is getting ready and very, very enthusiastic in
Yeah.
welcoming Father Jerry Orbos and his
Mm.
entourage to Chicago when, no, I mean, on August 23, 24, and 25.
Correct.
The different churches that Jerry just mentioned to us. For more information, Jerry, can you give our viewing?
If they want to get it, yeah.
Wait. Okay, can you give them information how to get in touch with you?
You can call me at 773-677-3403 and then make a reservation for your tickets.
Okay, very good. And also for more information, Father Orbos is the featured cover of the Via Times in this issue.
Yes, thank you so much, Tita B. I saw it and I love it.
Yes, and more information are in there. If you want to know more, pick up some copies of Via Times. It's all over the place. All right.
Thank you, Tita B. And all the viewers, thank you so much. See you.
Sing our show today. And I wish you good luck for the upcoming event that you're having. Featuring Father Jerry Orbos. Thank you for gracing our show today.
Thank you also, Tita B. I love you all and God bless you. See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very exciting, interesting personality, a Filipino-American, and she's a lawyer, and she's running for judge in DuPage County of Illinois. And help me welcome Miss Hope Fatima Mercado. Hi, Hope. How are you?
Hi, Veronica. Thank you for having me. Kumusta sa inyo lahat?
All right. Kumusta? And I invited you here today because just like what I said in my intro, you're a lawyer right now, and you are running for judge.
DuPage County Judicial Court in the 3rd Sub-Circuit. So it's an there's a
Okay.
vacancy here in DuPage County. So that's where I'm vying for November election. So this coming November is not only the presidential election, it's also a local election here in DuPage County.
Okay, great. Oh, well, DuPage County. Okay, I live in Cook County here in Illinois, and she is talking about DuPage County, which is another big county here in Illinois, right?
Well, I used to live in Cook County, Veronica. We used to live in Cook County. Great place to live. But now I'm in DuPage County. I love it here. And I have to promote DuPage because I'm running for DuPage Court. But yeah, thanks for having me. I mean, it's an honor to be talking with you. I mean, because I've heard so much great things. And Veronica, you are indeed a trailblazer. I've heard it from so many people. And thank you for being there for the Filipino community. We need more people like you in Cook County.
Well, thank you, Hope. It's also my honor to have you here today.
Thank you.
And I've heard so much about you too. And I'm really happy that we were able to connect. Okay, now as regarding to your candidacy as judge, okay, so why are you running for this position?
That is a good question because a lot of Filipino Americans and all over, even my colleagues in Cook County and DuPage County, they ask me, "Hope, why are you running?" I mean, it's daunting. It's it's challenging in a sense. But why I'm running primarily, Veronica, I have to be honest, especially here in DuPage County, we need representation. We need representation on the bench. Right now, obviously, we don't have Asian American in DuPage Court, let alone Filipino American in DuPage Court. So there's lack of diversity, right? And that's where it come in. Representation is really important because to have that equality or to achieve equality under the law, Veronica, you need equal representation from all communities. So right now, we don't have that in DuPage. Cook County, I think we have several Filipino American judges, Asian American judges, African American, and Hispanic. In DuPage, it's a different story. We don't have that. So if I'm elected, I need the support of all Filipino American communities and all communities here in DuPage. If I'm elected, I'll be the first Filipino American in DuPage Court. I'll be the first Asian American woman in DuPage Court. So the stake is high, and I'm working hard every day just to spread the word to everyone, all the residents in DuPage County. So that's primarily the number one reason that I'm running. But secondly, obviously, I want the court to be fair. I want judicial independence. I don't want the court to be deciding cases based on politics, based on outside influence, based on special interest or anything like that. I want the court to just decide based on the rule of law. Most importantly, the rule of law, and also competence. And I've been a litigation attorney for over 20 years, Veronica. I've handled so many cases. I've handled diverse cases. And I've represented people and individuals, families from different walks of life, from different backgrounds. So I have that diversity of not only in my background, but diversity of practice, diversity of my legal experience in the law. So that's what I bring into the DuPage Court. All that and plus a lot more. So that's what I offer.
Okay, very good. As you've said, you're the first Asian American to be running in this position in DuPage County. So you're opening the door for Asian Americans with what you're doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's time. It's long due here in DuPage County. And like I said, we have few Filipino American judges in DuPage, in Cook County, but zero in DuPage. And not a single Asian American woman in DuPage. So it is, I'm up for the challenge. And it's when I started running back in September, late September, people told me here in DuPage, even my, the party that I'm running from, and other people, candidates, elected officials, they told me it's too late. Hope it's too late. Your opponents have campaigned 2 years prior, so it's too late. And that didn't deter me. I persevered, I moved forward, and my husband was a key factor in helping me get on the ballot, friends and family. Without them, I wouldn't be here talking to you about my campaign. So that's a key. Family support, friends and colleagues who truly believe that I can do it. And I know I can do it, Veronica.
Personally, what are your chances, you think?
I have a very good chances. Why I say that is because of this. I can relate to people. I came from a background where, I came from a big family, a large family, immigrant family. And I'm the 7th child. So I have 9 siblings, 5 brothers, 4 sisters. Came from a really large family. My mother was a teacher for 45 years, and my dad was a small business owner for 50 years.
What province are you in the Philippines?
Oh, my dad's from Batangas, so that's north.
Batangas, Tagalog.
Right, Tagalog. And my mom, listen, my mom is from the south, from Mindanao.
Oh.
So north and south, right? And then they met in Manila. So I came from a humble background, came from a large family. I'm Filipino American. I came from a very devout Catholic family. So I was raised in a Catholic conservative values, and that's what I bring in. And I want to reflect, or I want the court to reflect our community too, because here in DuPage, although we have a lot of substantial population of Filipino American, not all of them are engaged in civic. So I'm trying to educate our community to be involved, not only in social events, functions, parties, or picnic. Get involved, be active in civics, vote, register, and participate in the legal process, right? And political process. That is important because you cannot have a voice without participating. And that's what I think the Filipino American communities are lacking, not just in DuPage, but I think in Cook County too, Veronica.
Correct. Is there a big number of Asian population in DuPage?
There is. We have, I attended a few, actually several since I started campaigning. We have Taiwanese American, we have Korean American, we have Indian, Southeast or South Asian, the Indian population here, and of course the Filipino American population. I'm currently a member of the Filipino American Association of the South DuPage. Yes, FASAD. They call it FASAD. And obviously I've been invited a few events for the Filipino American seniors of DuPage. So I'm very, very engaged and involved in our communities here, but also I'm trying to reach out to other Asian communities. So my chances are pretty good. Let me tell you why. Because although I'm running, let me go back. Last primary election in March, I got the most votes of all judicial candidates for DuPage, Veronica. I am so blessed. I thought hard work and prayers work. I got the most votes of all judicial candidates for DuPage Court. So that was my, sort of sale pitch to people. Hey, I got the most votes. It's name recognition. I went door to door during the primary season, and I know it's they told me you have to work hard. You have to get yourself out there. I did that. I went church to church, train station, door to door. My husband and I and a few volunteers, they helped me spread the word, spread my name. So before the primary, that's exactly what it did. And guess what? It worked. Name recognition worked. And the fact that I'm reaching out to the community, not just my community, Asian American community, all communities of DuPage, they now know me. So my chances is I'm using the data from the primary, and also the fact that even though I'm running as a Republican candidate here in DuPage, being a minority woman, I think I'm confident that I may be able to reach out to the swing voters, independent voters, and Democrat voters.
Great, terrific. How big is the DuPage population of Asians?
Well, you know, based on the the total registered voters, the last data, I'm using the last data, the latest data for the entire registered voters in DuPage, there is about approximately 670,000. I know it's not a lot. That's registered voters. And for my sub-circuit, Veronica, it's very limited, very narrow population. We're talking about only 91,000 in my sub-circuit. That means the voters, potential voters in my sub-circuit. But the totality of voters in DuPage, less than 700,000. It's not a lot. Maybe in population wise, maybe more than that, but the registered voters are only less than 700,000. Asian American voters comprise of, unfortunately, 10%, approximately 10% of that. And they're growing. Some of them may not be registered, so maybe the data is off because some of them are not registered. If you mobilize them and have them register before the election, I think I can get more votes out of the Asian American population. And that's my agenda, to mobilize the Asian American communities along with Filipino American communities to win. I plan to win in November, Veronica. I plan to win in November.
All right, very good. Well, Miss Hope, Fatima Mercado, living, living with your name like that, I hope that you are hopeful.
You know, people tell me, I've heard people say, oh, that's your name. I thought that's a slogan. Well, I'm using that as a slogan, but it's actually, I tell people that's my name. So, you know, you have to vote hope in November. So that's, I mean, it is, I'm using that as a, you know, as a campaign, hope, right? And I'm fortunate to have that name. And it's sometimes it's a pretty challenging to live up to that name, but I'm trying every single day to live up to that name, because my mom will be so disappointed if I don't.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Are you a member of the Filipino American Lawyers Association?
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yes, because they have my back. They're supporting me. I currently serve on the board of the Filipino American Lawyers Association of Chicago. I hope they can change it to Illinois. So I've been with FALA, the acronym for Filipino American Lawyers Association. I've been with FALA for I believe over 5 years now. And a colleague of mine, Janice Dantas, kudos to Janice. She's the one who actually, highly recommended or encouraged me to participate and get more involved within the legal community of Filipino lawyers in Illinois. So that was pretty interesting because, we need to have the support of the legal community too, not just our own community, but the legal community. They have to vet you, they have to support you, they have to recommend you, they have to endorse you. So I'm glad that they're behind, they're supporting me, that I have their unwavering support, and I'm really proud to be a member and be on the board.
Terrific. Okay, before we sign off, I want you to talk to our viewing audience. So there might be some DuPage County residents who are watching us now. Okay, to vote for you. Okay.
Thank you for that. So mga kababayan, if you live in DuPage County, if you reside in Downers Grove, Woodridge, Westmont, Oak Brook, Darien, and a portion of Naperville, I need your support. Please help me be your candidate and elect me for DuPage Court, 3rd Sub-Circuit. I will be humbled and honored to have your unwavering support. If you want to know more about me, please visit my website at electhopeforjudge.com. And if you want to know more about me, you can call me, send me an email, or just, reach out to Veronica. She has my information. Thank you, Veronica, for this opportunity, and God bless you all.
Yay! Thank you. Hope. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Veronica. This is great. This is great.
And I wish you good luck. And
Thank you.
And also don't hesitate to give us a call if you need some help for some more broadcasts.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, I just want to plug my 4th of July parade in Downers Grove, in downtown Downers Grove. I have my own lineup there, Elect Hope for DuPage Court. It's going to start at 1 o'clock. The parade start up at 1 o'clock in Downers Grove. So I want to plug that in. And Veronica, I have a next fundraising event in August 21 in Downers Grove. I'll be honored to have you there in my next event in Downers Grove.
All right, great. Would love to be there if I could make it.
I'll send you an email. I'll send you an email reminder. Thank you, Veronica, again. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Hope. Hope Fatima Mercado, a Filipino-American lawyer living in DuPage County, and she's running for a judge. Don't forget her name and her face, of course. She will be appearing in the show most of all if she wins the election. Of course, hopeful, right?
I will. That's the plan.
Right.
Win in November. Okay.
Maraming salamat. Hope.
Likewise. Thank you, Veronica, for this opportunity.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in this court.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling? Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer the question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon, this is Bridget Carino-Quetter bringing you this week's local news from our community. The rare double-brood emergence of billions of cicadas that Illinois experienced earlier this summer may be a faint memory, but the artwork these noisy insects inspired will commemorate their special visit for years to come. The Illinois Department of Natural Resources' call for cicada art submissions in May resulted in nearly 350 entries from around the state. The entries were judged by art experts from the Illinois State Museum and educators from the museum and IDNR. Winning entries are on display at the 2024 Illinois State Fair in Springfield through August 18th. Adult finalists and special award winners are on display in the Law Enforcement Tent in Conservation World 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Youth finalists and special award winners are on display in the First Lady's Tent on Main Street of the fairgrounds from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle issued a disaster proclamation today for portions of Cook County in response to storms that hit the region on July 14th and 15th. Cook County experienced 3 confirmed tornadoes on July 14th and 13th, confirmed tornadoes on July 15th, leading to significant damage to public and private infrastructure. Broadview, Chicago, Dalton, Flossmoor, Harvey, and Robbins were among the hardest hit Cook County municipalities. By signing this proclamation, the county seeks to pursue available resources to assist communities and residents in the recovery efforts. This week, the Cook County Department of Emergency Management and Regional Security will facilitate a joint preliminary damage assessment in partnership with state and federal agencies in impacted communities to further document the impact of the storms. Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frerichs returned a record $301 million to 321,558 Illinois residents through the state's Missing Money program during the fiscal year 2024. Putting money back in people's pockets helps families and our state's economy, Frerichs said. This money belongs with its rightful owners, and we have added tools to return more of it. Illinois' Missing Money program, also known as iCash, is one of the state's older consumer protection initiatives. The Illinois State Treasurer is tasked with safeguarding and returning unclaimed property, including the contents of overlooked safe deposit boxes, unpaid life insurance benefits, forgotten bank accounts, and unused rebate cards. The Illinois State Treasurer is legally required to return unclaimed property to its owner or heirs, no matter how long it takes. Frerichs has given back more than $2 billion during his time in office. When Frerichs first became treasurer, there were 60,000 claims paid a year. At the request of the Illinois Commerce Commission, Governor J.B. Pritzker has proclaimed August 11, 2024 as 811 Day in Illinois to encourage every excavator and homeowner to call 811 before starting a digging project. This simple and free phone call is necessary to keep people safe and to protect the integrity of Illinois' underground utility infrastructure. Every few minutes in the U.S., underground utility lines are unintentionally struck by someone who failed to have utility lines marked. These incidents can cause service interruptions, environmental damage, personal injury, or even death. Whether you are planting or sapling or undertaking a major construction project, homeowners and excavators are required by law to call Julie at 811 to have utility lines marked before any digging starts, said Illinois Commerce Commission Chairman Doug Scott. Making the 811 calls before you dig protects you, your family, and your property from potential harm. To learn more about 811 or to file a written request to have utility lines marked, visit www.call811.com. The ICC is responsible for enforcement of the Illinois Utilities Facilities Damage Prevention Act, otherwise known as the Illinois One Call or Julie Law. Violators may face financial penalties for failing to call 811 or not marking the underground facilities properly. Violations may be reported online through the ICC One Call Education and Enforcement webpage. Legislation enabling Illinois residents to start using mobile driver's licenses and state IDs was signed into law today by Governor J.B. Pritzker. Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias said, "The bill is part of Giannoulias' commitment to modernizing the office while getting up to speed with other states that already have secure mobile driver's license and state ID programs in place." HB 4592 was sponsored by State Representative Cam Buckner, 26th District, Chicago, and State Senator Michael Hastings, 19th District, Frankfort. Giannoulias' office is hoping to make mobile IDs available next year, but only after rigorous testing requirements are implemented and the highest standards of security are ensured. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
It's more fun in the Philippines.